Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing? Daniel, what's up? William, what's up? Gary, Samuel, King, usual suspects, the gamer. Good morning, in Japan. Hi, all right. Bill, what's up? Anthony, Caleb, what's going on? All right, really quick, let's get on over to the chart. So, guys, we got this alert here at 9:36. This was MNQ. This is to the downside. We don't have full confluences. We only have two. We have two up to three. What is that telling us? That is telling us to sit on our hands. Okay? We go ahead and we look at the previous alert. That was MIM. We're looking for MES. That was also 2 out of the 5. This is, guys, I don't know how you guys play MYM. That thing is just so volatile. All right, then you got MNQ. This was alerted at 9:20 to the upside, gave you 4 out of the 5 confluences. However, we did not get a candle close, break, and hold above entry, and you were trading against super trend. So now, what we're going to do, guys, is understand. Let's see. Dino wants to know about crypto alerts. Yeah. We'll get to that in a second. Anyways, MIM wasn't so bad. I just don't like its cadence. Anita, good morning. Let's see. Philip, good morning. Mike D, good morning. Alan, good morning. All right, guys, look it. There's rules to this, right? So when you are going ahead and getting an alert, guys, you're looking for full confluences, but you're also paying attention to your levels. And we added super trend to our system because it is in fact a level. It acts as a level. And the reason why M&Q did not develop was because it rejected from a level. All right, I want you guys to stop acting like these piece of shit YouTubers who are trading prop firms and talking about how they're getting rich trading prop firms with 20 prop firm accounts and yeah, just blowing it up and giving you a sob story. And you look in the comment section and everybody's like, boo hoo, I blew up 10 a week ago. I understand how you feel. Shut the fuck up. If this was real money, if this was your account, you would not be trading it that way. We would be a lot more mindful of our alerts, our confluences, and our levels. Guys, if that was real money, okay, if that was real money, if that was even a job, you'd be fucking fired. You would be fired at a trade desk if you were blowing that type of money into ways that these retail traders are blowing up money. But yet, misery loves company, and they will, hold hands, and it's kumbaya, my lord. Everything will be okay. Listen, guys, success is not by chance. Success is premeditated. Success requires discipline, right? Success requires a plan. And when I was going through Jess's sob fucking journal story, she had no plan. She had no idea where the market was going. And for a lot of retail traders out there, especially those who are following fucking YouTubers, right? Guys, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a trader first. I just happen to stream now, but I'm a trader first. That's why I don't do cool motivational videos of you can do it. No, I don't do that. I save that for the community. But guys, it's you have to have that discipline, right? And these guys are out there just like, you know what? This is what's happening. No one's really making money in these prop firms. What they're doing is they're feeling good about their big gains, not their consistent gains. So it really is just a bigger dick party. Hey, I made $25,000 today over 20 accounts, which is 2,500. Yo, seriously? Right? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me, right? Everyone's bragging about how much they make. Well, tell me how much you lose. Guys in study hall, I've done 11 study halls. You guys have seen me lose. But I challenge anyone. Anyone can go ahead and do a tally of how much I've made in 11 study halls in about 30 minutes to an hour that we have done over the past month or so. Tell me how much I've made. If you can tell me that, I will give you 50% off the next trade camp. Go ahead. Go get me some math. But guys, this is stupid. There's no system. There's no system in place. I have no sense of market direction. Motherfucker, right here. I'm sorry for the language. Please keep your kids away from the stream. Just watching other traders and how many I'm outnumbered by the number of fucking idiots with a chart and a camera who act like traders or really have no fucking concept of it. They're in their 20s. Tell me how much experience you have in your 20s. I've earned my stripes, man. I'm 43 years old. Tell me how much experience you have in your 20s. What? Come on. What? Seriously. Like, none of them have any experiences, right? I could go ahead and show you guys day after day consistently me make bank. Make bank consistently. Like, following the same fucking rules. Not doing anything fancy. Nothing. Nothing fancy. Oh, yeah, they're going to sell classes too. I mean, that's why, the degenerate fucking Discord was created. The one that became a fork of our community. And they got absolutely no street cred. No history of winning. Come on. Alright, let's get into it. If we're looking at this trade here, guys, listen, I'm going to go on over to NQ. You can apply this to MNQ. Keep in mind there is a lag on the stream. Okay? Ali, what's up? Guys, check this out. You have this level right here. I'm going to go ahead, draw this on NQ. Let me delete this really quick, guys. So I want some clarity on what's happening with NQ. And according to Trend Thrust as it stands right now, it's pretty binary until we break this level here. So what I'm going to do with NQ is I'm going to buy one contract on the other side of Super Trend. I'm just going to set one up right there. That's all I'm doing. I'm giving the trade time to develop. Now, when we zoom out, we see there were some highs here. There was some extreme volatility, that roller coaster that happened yesterday. Extreme volatility. It is Friday. Let's see if the buyers are going to step in. If not, you know what? We can sit on our hands and not force a trade. But at least we have some context and rules in place as to when we're going to take this trade. And oh, by the way, guys, I only went one contract in. I want to talk about this once we get the contract fill. But so many traders go ahead and they have in their mind, all right, I'm going to buy 4 contracts. No, buy one. If you're thinking 4, buy one. And then we scale into our winners. What we're doing is, good morning, Millie, by the way. What we're doing is we're limiting our downside, and we are, we're limiting our downside, and our upside is just limitless, right? So that's why we go in small. One contract. Now I want to go ahead and catch up to some of these alerts here. Let's see. Someone says here, was set up in MES pretty early, adjusted my stop loss up about 1137 and accidentally went one tick above the AI level, immediately took me out, and has just been a slow and steady setup from there. No logical reentry, just watching what could have been. Okay, so that's shoulda, coulda, woulda. The whys, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, that's fine. I wish we could have a little more detail as to what your entry was. Maybe we could help you out a little more, but oh well. Okay, so we know where my entry is going to be. We're going to go ahead. Let me see. There you go. We got a fill. Do we got a fill? Yes, we got a fill. We're just going to hang out here and see what happens. Okay, I'm down 135 bucks. Boo-hoo. Yeah, that's a whole lot of money. Not really. Right? Not really. Only risk relative to your port size, so that should be 1% or less. This is far less than 1%. I'm just trying to show you guys by example, okay? If you're impressed by those kids making $2,500 over 20 accounts, which is 50K, okay, fine. But I'll show you what that looks like with one account, stress-free. If you want to learn more, download our app at trade1348.com for iOS and Android. And yeah, this is a live trade, right? So I had a plan for this trade, and I'm going to follow my plan. Tyler, how you doing, buddy, man? You've been killing it as of recently, so I'm really, really proud of you, man. So we're just gonna hang out here, and I'm gonna remain in this trade until the trade tells me it is no longer valid. So how would I know this trade is no longer valid? Where I get a break below the band, which also happens to be the 200 here, guys. Wait, is that the two? No, that's not the 200. That's Excel. The 200 is way down here, which tells me that I am biased to going long. So I'm just going to hang out in this trade. Only down 500 bucks. If you had one MNQ, you would be down 40 bucks at this point, 43 bucks. Look at just managing the risk side of this, right? And keeping it relative to your port size. So now let's think about this. If you have a $2,500, if you have a $2,500 port size, you should not be risking any more than $25 to $50 per trade. You just should not. You keep it relative at 1%, at most 1.25 to 1.5% of your port risk per trade. Okay, that is solid risk management tools. Also, you need to be journaling. Use something like TradeZilla and look at your long-term performance. Your longer-term performance. Yes, most people do default to 50%, but when you have a solid trading system, that swings the advantage somewhere to like 55, 60, and in some instances 70%. So if you're following a system consistently, time and time again, you should be able to look at that data and say, based on this data, my risk to ruin would be X amount of percent over 1,000 trades. We've talked about the risk to ruin calculator. I think you guys need to use that a lot more. I was actually using it yesterday with Lars, and we were just going through different scenarios relative to his port size. Now, some of you are brand new, probably don't know about the risk to ruin calculator, but you can find it in our app at trade1348.com. Again, you can download it for iOS and Android and get access to the risk to ruin calculator. But having that data of what your win rate is will help you make those proper adjustments and help you understand what your true potential is as far as like compounding. Now, our goal per day is to legitimately compound, you know, 0.5 to 1% a day. That's all we're doing, okay? And let's see, MIM short has 2 of 3 confluences down. Okay, I don't think that's ready. Let's go ahead and look at MYM, guys, while M&Q develops. Okay, so MIM, all right, developed multiple confluences upon the break of the 200 here, but you also have super trend right there. Oh my god, MYM. This is why I don't trade MYM. These candles are just too big for me and too volatile for me. I don't like trading that way. I don't like not having that granular control over my money. And this is the reason why I don't like MIM or CL for that matter. I do appreciate NQ, MNQ, because you can see the follow through and you can sort of kind of like, once you understand its cadence, understand what it's doing, okay? That this is just, my God, this will require me a prescription of like Prozac or something. I would not be able to do this. I'm going to go on over to NQ, and I want to find out what NQ is doing. Okay, guys, so I am down $825, $875. Now, this trade has proven to me it's over. We broke below Excel on candle close, right? It's proving to me that is over. We are breaking on candle close below Excel and the band. Okay, I have to wait for candle close. I have to wait for candle close. This is also very, very important because a lot of you just don't know the rule or the setup. Everything in trading is based on candle close. Candle close. See, all right. So made sure I didn't freak out on candle close, and now we're profitable. Simply because we waited for that candle close. Now, I am profitable. I have to make sure I don't choke the trade. I have to make sure I don't choke the trade. And that is often a problem with a lot of traders. Okay. Is once you're profitable, you get so excited that you're profitable that you're choking the trade and not letting it run to its potential. And what you really have to think about, and this is why it's so important to log your stats, right? Daniel H had a trailing stop. Okay. Um, Kevin S. That's also important. But what you guys need to do is when you log, okay, your trades with something like TradeZilla, you're able to see what your average win is, right? And so the goal here isn't, and listen to what I'm going to say here, guys. The goal here isn't to improve your average win. Your goal is always to reduce your average loss to match your average win. Why? Because when you are in control of your losses, it allows you the confidence to hold your winners longer. The reason why most traders can't hold their winners longer is because they're getting beat up by losses. So in their mind, it's secure the back, secure the back, secure the back. Let me get myself out of the hole I am in. Does that make sense, guys? That's all that's happening. Okay? So when you develop, that sense of, I know how much I make on average. I'm going to limit my risk to that same exact dollar amount so I have a one-to-one. And then we start working on our trades. We start working on our patience. We start working on our allocations. We start working on adding to the trade. We start working on those things, okay? And then we improve the trade that way. We improve our trading experience that way. Okay? So let's go ahead and look at this. So I did add to my trade, right? Now, why did I add to my trade? Because my thesis is confirmed. You ain't worried about Michigan dropping at 7? They can't hold red flag events. It's Michigan. What we got? We got Michigan dropping at 10 o'clock, right? Data at 10. Maybe I'll get up before that 10 o'clock. Thanks for giving me the heads up with data, right? I tend not to like to hold to data. But, so you guys understand, right? Whatever your average win is, cut your risk so your risk matches your average win. When you start doing that, you start developing proper trade psychology and actually end up developing confidence in your system. And then you stop worrying about how much you're losing, right? And you're focusing more on your patience and allowing your winners to win and adding to your winning positions. All right? Let's go ahead and check out ES here. Let's see what ES is doing. Let's see. ES is just pretty much consolidating here, right? We are consolidating here. Nothing really going on. Nothing really going on. If I'm a betting man, which I'm not, if I'm a betting man, I'm looking for a little more momentum continuing to the upside. Just a little bit more momentum, right? Right now it's just consolidating. People are sitting on their hands right now, and that's fine. Chop, 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 right? Now, this is something else that I want to bring up, right? When you trade small and you have a smaller allocation, you're able to go through the chop and make it through the chop. It's when you're oversized where every candle down and up, it's beating you up, right? You're losing $400 to the downside, $600 when it chops you up, $800 when it chops you back down, and that sucks. So what you want to do is you want to trade. You want to trade so small that you can weather the volatility. That is so important. Okay. And this is why I like to size into my winners because I don't know if my trade design is going to um, sort of kind of like merge me into chop, right? All I know is that I have to trade my system the same way every single time. That's all I know. You trade small. So if you get merged into chop, you're okay. You're not freaking out. It's chop, 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 chop. You're getting ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. And then 9 times out of 10, it goes in the direction you want it to go, guys. How many times you've gotten chopped the fuck up and then you look back, close your position, you're like, damn it, if I would have held. And it goes in the direction you were expecting. Right? All that is getting fatigued because your weight's too big, your allocation. And then your brain's freaking out, right? Because one of my favorite things. See, I'm talking to you guys. I'm not looking at the chart. I really don't care. I don't care. I'm sized not to care. And that's something that happens. You go ahead, you size too big. Now you're sized so big, you're worried about your position and you're watching the volatility, candle volatility, and it's freaking you out, and your brain is like, dude, what's going on? You got to remember, as humans, we're tuned to self-preservation. We're tuned to avoid violence, and we experience violence in the markets where our money is just being played with. The brain is not comfortable with that. The brain is not, and anyone who has a brain that's comfortable with that, they're known as gamblers, right? And what they will say, age out line. You win some, you lose some. I don't like that. I don't like that age out line. Win some, lose some. I like to have an advantage, an edge, a competitive advantage. And that's what we have here with trade 1348, right? So in being patient with this trade, we are able to just, at the very least, be profitable in ES, and especially if we got our entry down here, right? If we got our entry down here, we're able to stomach some of that volatility, and we're making our moves, okay? Making our moves. Now, we do have a level here at 566625. That's a scary number to me, but that's only 26 points away from where we're currently at. Right? And I think that that's well within um, the possibilities of ES here, right? It likes to move 45, 50 points a day. Is $500 enough to start a trade futures on Webull? No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, listen. I'm going to give you guys the cold hard truth, right? Instead of, saying, okay, well, I only got $500 and I'm going to try to make money out of this. Yeah, we got a data candle, guys. So that data did happen. I have to go to my NQ trade. And you guys are seeing this live. Okay, I'm not going to be greedy. This is just an example. Made $1,000. I was up $1,000. Just, hey, look it. That's reasonable, right? What do we make? Like $1,000 in 15 minutes? I mean, where else does that happen, right? So I'll just close that position. And that was a live trade, guys. That's just me showing by example of common patience and trading small. Now, I would trade 10 times larger than that, so that would be 10,000 or 20,000. That's just my size, guys, okay? In efforts to be more relatable for the sake of YouTube, right? I traded small. So, yeah. You would have made money. So Arvin says that trade aged me a little. And, with the system, it sort of kind of told you everything. Your trade is still valid as long as it maintains structure with the band here, okay? That's it. We had to get that candle close below the band. And here we have so many levels. It's below the 200. below a level, there was so much here protecting this trade to the upside. And that's where my confidence came from. And that's why I held. All right. Guys, I'm a trader. This and I'm ice cold when I trade. Someone made that comment yesterday. Who made that comment yesterday? That I'm ice cold when I trade. I'm ice cold because I trade small and I have enough reps in my system to believe in it. And guys, look at it's you don't have to be a freaking PhD or have a doctorate in mathematics. We color code this for you. We got grain candles, we have grain trend thrust, we have grain RSI, grain band, grain Excel, above the 200. All confluences say go. We've color coded the system for a reason. You want to learn more about it again? Check it out at trade1348.com and download the app for iOS or Android. All right. So now we're going to go back to ES and see what happened with ES. That was my trade. I just responded to it by closing my position. The market gave me more than I deserve. Okay. With the system, when there is confluence, seems to psych you out more than anything. What do you mean, Pablo? So, yeah, the candles. So that's why we don't live in candles, and that's another thing. That's one. Okay, so let me talk about the retail trader's journey from the very beginning. When they first start trading, you know what they do? They go ahead and get some penny stock alerts and they start trading penny stocks. Then what they do is they start trading the 1 minute. So it's penny stocks on the 1 minute. So you got shit volatile stocks on the 1 minute and the 1 minute just doing this barcoding, 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 right? That is a retail trader's initial experience. I think everyone has pretty much gone through that experience. Okay, so then what happens? As you graduate through the time frames, you then realize that you want to slow it down. That's why the 5 minute exists. More importantly, if these candles are freaking you out, then the 15 minute right here is telling you everything you need to know. You're getting less freaked out by the candles. More importantly, guys, trading is not an exhibition sport. It's not something you watch. The more you watch something, the more likely you're going to mess up. Right? 5 of the 15 is best. So, yeah. So if you want to slow it down and you want that confirmation, that extra confirmation, go to a larger time frame. And again, that larger time frame just removes the noise of the 5. The 15 removes that noise. The 30 removes it even more. And you start realizing that, hey, getting freaked out by a candle really doesn't make much sense. So that's why with our system, we give you this. And this is something that we teach out in trade camp. And you guys have seen me do this many, many times, where we just turn off the candle. So when you turn off the candle, you get to see the market for what it is, not for what the candle wants you to think, not for what you think it is, right? Boys and girls, there aren't monsters under the bed. How many of you, when you were young, lights come off and your brain starts messing with you. There's a monster under the bed. And I'm just like, damn, there ain't no monsters under the bed. If there was, it died. My sneakers smelled, right? It's just, we go ahead and we start imagining things, and sometimes we project that into our reality. What we're thinking, we project it into our reality. And trading has a way of doing that, where your thoughts get projected onto the chart. It's so wild, right? Because there's an immediate bias to the reward factor of projecting your thought onto the chart. But there's really no connection to reality. It's not based on reality. It's based on your want and need as a human being, right? To be a harvester and collect limited resource, which is money, okay? That's what's going on. So this is why we go ahead and we turn off the candles so it can keep us objective here. And that is all. Kevin's like, for sure. Don't you dare leave your hand hanging from off the bed. Who remembers? Oh my God. With Fred Savage and you guys know that monster movie with Fred Savage and the comedian. What's his name? Howie Mandel. You guys remember that, right? You just confirmed my whole entire childhood. Little monsters, exactly. Howie. Howie Mandel, yeah. Um, was it Tiny? Not Tiny Monsters. I remember it in Japan, of course. I remember. Um, Tyler. Way before your time, dude. Tyler's like, Little Monsters? Oh shit, thought you were gonna say Bobby's World. No. Richard's cracking up. But we project our reality onto the charts. In fact, we do more than that, right? We absorb the reality of our lives, we internalize it, then we project it onto the charts, right? If your life's shit and you're thinking like, damn, all I need is an extra $500,000. Maybe I could pay this bill. Maybe I could do whatever, right? I got rent to pay, mortgage to pay. Yeah, it starts projecting onto the chart that desperation. That's why we advise you don't quit your day job while trading. So many people are like, well, I want to trade full time, but I have a day job. Well, this is why we give you alerts. And trading, there's nothing actionable until an alert happens, guys. And we give it to you right in Market Talk. And ideally, you want 5 confluences. So let's talk about this ES trade or maybe even the NQ trade that I took. Now, in taking the trade, I took the trade upon the break here, right? And that was because I was waiting for a super trend confluence. So upon the break of super trend to the upside, when I got my fill, I had now a super trend confluence with a band confluence, with a Titan Excel confluence, with a trend thrust confluence, and an RSI confluence. Guys, these indicators are exclusive at trade1348.com. You're not going to find them anywhere else. Okay? We built this system based on cohesiveness of multiple custom built indicators to help you develop a sense of confidence in your trade, right? So on a scale of 1 to 5, it doesn't get any more complicated, right? You want to see 4 confluences or more. And so when we had this trade and upon my entry, there was 4 confluences or more. That's why I got a fill, and that's why we made money. Now, of course, the market's going to go ahead and say, right, well, you had your fun here. We're going to retrace. Now, this is not the time to go short. By simply having, for you contrarian traders, by simply having the rule of the candle close having to be below the band, this will save you a lot of pain. Why? Because traders tend to be contrarians. They tend to project onto the chart and say, oh, it's going up, but it has to go down. It's going to go down. And yeah, it does, right? Common sense says it has to go down. The problem is you're projecting your thought onto the chart, so you start imagining points where it's going to go down. Start imagining points as opposed to having an objective approach to it going down, which is a candle close below the band, which we see here. Now, this candle hasn't closed. What we're also waiting for is a band, a red band, to print on the other side of this. Okay? Now, jumping in front of this trade here before that candle close will lead you to getting hurt severely. There you go. The importance of candle close here, guys. I hope this stream is extremely helpful. If not, I think I'm wasting my time. But, oh my god, I try to keep this as layman as possible so that people just like you, average people, you don't need to master SMC concepts. You don't need to master ICT concepts. You don't need to master anything. You just really need to master your impulse, your discipline. Okay? You need to master that. And then understand that there's rules in place for a reason. That's it. So trading is a lot more. It's a lot less about mastering technicals because, guys, let's really think about this. Okay. You still don't. Well, dude, you gotta. Come on, Moon Boy. Exactly. Just submit. I'm a member, but I still don't find the right resource to use the tools. It's in the app. Okay. Um. And so here we go. Because we didn't speculate on the way down, right? So, going back to it, when we talk about mastering technicals means nothing. It means absolutely nothing, guys. Why? Why does it mean nothing? Because technicals have a variable. There is a frequency, a percentage of which those technicals are valid. There's a percentage in time. Just like our system has maybe a 65 to 70% win rate, technicals have a probability. However, if you master the trader, that's not a variable, that is a static thing. You've mastered yourself, right? Do not let your technicals and your strategy be a variable and then yourself be a variable at the same time, because you're never going to get consistent results. You're always going to be changing your own tolerances as an individual to comply with what you think is happening with the charts, and that doesn't make any sense. So you keep your strategy, and you get your reps in, and you believe in your system. But what's even more important than all of that is being disciplined and trading this, mastering yourself and trading the same way every single time. That's it. Trading the same way every single time, mastering yourself. That is one thing that remains static. And so when we go ahead and we write out a mathematical equation, and let's say x being a variable, which is you, that variable needs to be a known number. That is the only way we get to figure out that formula. Arvin says, is that why you say you can trade any system profitably? 100%. Right? Skincare and Scrub says, I feel like you're talking about me. Everyone's probably feeling attacked right now. See, I've been in this game so long, I can literally speak to your souls as traders, right? Because I'm a trader. I'm a trader. Right? I'm not some YouTubers like fucking like a talking billboard of just like generic nonsense. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me, guys. It doesn't. Right? I can literally penetrate the souls of every single one of you. That's why we have Longevity Club. That's why people sign up, and when they sign up with Longevity Club with me, they get fixed. They get fixed. All right, so in patience, we had indecision here, right? And now, there we go. We got the red band here. Come on, everything that I said, I say for a reason. And see, we have it panning out. I'm done here. I'm done here. Like, come on. You guys see it for yourselves. There's a reason why we have these rules in place, because these rules are based on experience. These rules are based on market behavior. Oh my God, you guys are seeing it. I mean, I'm not lying to you, right? John, John, I see who you follow on Instagram. You like to penetrate, sir. Holy shit. I wonder, Gabe, don't get 8.7K. Yeah, the reason why I don't get 8.7K viewers is because I lack empathy. For the typical trader, I lack empathy. You lost your ass. Good, don't do it again. Stop crying. Seriously. Like, that's it, right? You think about it, when you borrow money from a bank to, let's say, buy a car, and you don't make your payments, you think the bank is being empathetic, like, we shouldn't take his car just yet. They really got to get to work. No, man, that tow truck coming in. That motherfucker. snatch in the middle of the night. You wake up, where's my car? Gone. There's no empathy with money. There's no empathy with money, guys. It's no. You either have it or you don't. You have the money or you don't have the money. You win the money or you lose the money. It's just, that's it. Society now has just made it like, be humble. Like, what? Wait. So I can't shine because you want me to be humble? Because you can't perform at a level that I do? Oh, yeah, no, sorry. So, lack of empathy doesn't explain low viewers. I don't have empathy. I'm not a likable person, Alex. You know that. You don't like me. I'm not a likable person. I'm not made for TV. Secondly, I don't post enough. I don't post enough videos. That will change though. That will change. We're gonna fix that. I'm loading up. I'm loading up on that. Let's see. Hey Gabe, you are on a new channel now? No. Not a new channel. All right, Mr. Broseph, that was the first time you've ever had a positive week. You made mention of this yesterday, that this would be the first time in a week. Good job, dude. I saw your comment. Guys, can we give Mr. Broseph a round of applause? I think it's finally sunk in for him. Yeah. Oh, man. That's great to see. That is so great to see. I love seeing people win. I love it. I love seeing people win. Um, that's right. Okay, guys. So, yeah, we've been on the stream for about 45 minutes and one real true play today. Arvin, close the month up 10R. Guys, let's give Arvin a round of applause. So, Arvin, towards the middle of the month. Okay. Gotta rub my earlobes. What do I think about the Qs? They're the same things as NQs. You follow our system, make a shit ton of money. Okay. Arvin has been my most difficult student to date. Best best, I mean, the best month for him, but oh my god, he made me earn every dollar, every dollar, every dollar. Like, before I jump on a one-on-one with him, I would have to, like, one or two whiskeys, man. Just to, because he's so monotone and so calm and so quiet, right? And he's like borderline genius. So, or maybe he is genius already. Or, yeah, he's genius. He's smarter than me. It's for sure. This son of a bitch is smarter than I am, right? And his brain, you just see it just going rapid fire. Like, just going. I'm like, slow down, Arvin. Arvin, slow down. Uh, so, shout outs to Arvin. So, 10R is basically Arvin's up 10% on a month. I think that's a record for him, honestly. Oh my god, Arvin made me earn every dollar. Arvin really made me feel like I need to stop teaching. Arvin put so many doubts in my mind. Arvin's emotionally stupid. Yes. Thank you for that. And we got emotional damage. Okay, can we talk about this? right? So confluence is your entry, break of a band is your exit, and then some of you will go ahead and say, well, that band shift, I play it down. Okay, whatever. I try not to do that, but we got the candle close below the band here, so now the structure of this trade has become invalid, right? And then we get a red print here, and of course we're waiting for a candle close, and we dipped all the way down here, came all the way back up, and this candle here doesn't mean anything until it finally closes. Of course, it closes below the red band, and then you get this nosedive. No one can say, no one can say they didn't see that coming. When you know what to look for, no one can say they didn't see that coming. Yeah, the M&Q, you had to wait for the break. I actually took that trade up, J-Mac, on the break of Supertrend. I took the trade up, and it paid. But then, like this here, this is why we have rules. No one in the 1348 system could say they did not see this happening. You guys are seeing it in real time, right? So while there's traders experiencing emotional damage, you guys know better. You know better. Oh my god. You know better. Let's see. What was that?
Emotional damage.
Is that what you were waiting for? Is that what you wanted to hear? Quarantine heme? That sound effect? Emotional damage. Yeah, yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Emotional damage here. You missed the Lou stories? You really like the ducks and just I don't know, whatever the fuck happened in the Mexican border. He says something happened in the Mexican border. Like I don't know. Like he needs a fucking Netflix movie, I swear to God. Like that everything he said was just like hmm. You're a questionable fucking dude, but entertaining as shit. He's like one of those guys, like, you land in New York City, you jump in a cab, and you know you're in for one hell of a trip. You know you're in for one hell of a trip. The guy's got stories for days. It's great. Rest in peace, Lou. All right, man. I think I'm done. I think we're done. I got nothing really to prove out. You guys at Trade 1348, you know you're going to wait for the alerts, look for 4 confluences or more, right? Make sure you are breaking levels and you're free and clear. Let's talk about levels really quick before I go. So you have a level here. Oh, there you go. Just, oof. Okay. This here. That level. It just, oh my god. Okay, so guys, we got a super trend level here. We got a lot of congestion right here. We have super trend, we have the 200, and then we have a level here. This here. Oh man, you would have to suspect that this would be a really, really strong area. Now, if we break 494, then 443 is definitely a go. Yeah. Now, where would I enter this trade? So, guys, I have 0.3, like, here for a reason. Now, that 0.3, that's going to tell me, like, hey, if I'm late to the party, the most the most I will allow the trade to extend for me is going to be zero point 0.3. That's the most I'm going to allow the trade to extend for me. Okay. Now, we don't have full confluences to the downside just yet. We have to wait. We have to wait. And so therefore, this is where you go ahead and you either enter with a really, really small position, such as one MNQ or one NQ, and then let the trade develop. Okay? So this is as far as I would allow myself to take that trade, which is the 0.3. That's it. Wow. Guys, you're seeing the system in real time. I mean, it almost looks like witchcraft, doesn't it? How many of you guys look at this and, you watch the stream, you see what happens, it just looks like witchcraft. But, yeah. It is what it is. Signing out. We're done. It's Friday. Thank God. The guy says shit's black magic. Yeah. Alright, guys. Peace out.